Alright guys, it's Anthony Punchin here from BW Physique and Fitness. Now on our Facebook page we give you a chance to ask me a bunch of questions, so if you have any fitness questions that you want to know the answer to, stick them up there and I'll go through them in a video such as this one. So yeah, let's waste no time and we'll get into some of your questions. Right, here's the first one. Basically, with the cold season upon us, what's your advice regarding training with symptoms such as a blocked nose or a cough, etc.? That's actually quite a little bit subjective and a little bit tricky. It depends on how you look at it. Okay, there's no hard and fast rule as such, but the accepted rule is that if the infection is in your chest, so if you've got a chesty cough, for example, then it's best not to train. It's been linked with all kinds of potential risks, even going as far as heart attack. However, if the symptoms are in your head, then you should be okay to train. But there's a little bit of a double-edged sword here, because if the symptoms, if you have a cold, if you have any kind of virus really, then your body is using all of its recovery ability to make you better. So if you throw in a hard workout on top of that, then obviously you're going to kind of cut into that recovery ability. You're going to use, you've only got so many resources to help you get better, so it can potentially prolong your illness. But this is where I say it can be a little bit subjective, because of course it depends on how hard you work out. A light workout could do wonders. It can help to speed it up, won't affect you. And other things, of course, you've got to take into account. For example, if you're all bunged up or your sinuses are giving you trouble, if you're going to be on the floor doing push-ups, you know, that's going to hurt. That's not going to be very easy and you're going to struggle to breathe. So basically, the quick rule is in your chest, don't train. In your head, use a little bit of initiative and see how you feel and adjust your workout accordingly. Okay? Right, I know we're all different, but why do we store fat in different places, and is there anything you can do when losing weight to ensure the fat goes from the places you want and not from other areas you don't? Short answer, no, not really. Body fat, basically body fat is stored all over. It's like a great big fat suit, if you like. It just literally hangs off you and it's stored everywhere. Where that kind of comes off and where that goes on to is predetermined by your genetics. So essentially it's down to your parents. It's something else you can blame them for. When we actually lose body fat isn't actually connected to your muscle in any way at all. So for example, if we do ab crunches and work the abdominal muscles, that's got no connection to the body fat that's laying on top of your abdominal muscles. Yeah? So by doing that, it's not going to help you lose fat from your abdomen. Basically, when fat is mobilised out of your system, it's mobilised out of the liver. And like I say, it basically goes, it comes off in almost like in the reverse order that it's gone on in. For example, if you store a lot of body fat around your midsection, it will probably be the first place it goes, and so on. If you store a lot of body fat around your hips and thighs, if it's kind of hip and thigh dominant, then again that will be probably the first place it goes. But in short, no, you can do as many bicep curls as you like, you can do as many abdominal crunches as you like, you can do as many of those things as you like. It's not going to affect the body fat that's on top of that. You know, if you want abs, you need to lose body fat all over. If you want lean and toned arms, you need to lose body fat all over. Okay? Alright, sorry, just gone into its lock screen there, bear with me. Right, if I'm sticking to my healthy eating plan to maintain my weight, how often is reasonable to throw in a cheat meal / cheat day? Again, this is kind of a tricky one to answer, but the first thing you need to kind of understand is that when you're maintaining your weight, maintaining your body weight is a hell of a lot easier than losing it. You've got a much bigger margin for error before you'll gain weight than you do when you're trying to actually bring it down. Because when you're trying to bring your weight down, you have to maintain a certain calorie deficit, i.e. you need to be eating a certain amount less than you need to maintain your body weight continuously to let it drop. And if of course you get that slightly wrong, so for example if you have a cheat meal, you're going to knock that up. Now one of those every couple of weeks, every month or something isn't going to hurt you. But if you do that too often when you're trying to lose weight, essentially you just redress your calorie balance back to maintenance. Okay? If you are trying to maintain your weight though, again, you've got a slightly higher margin for error. So if you were to chuck in a cheat meal, say every week, maybe every couple of weeks, maybe every now and then you could do it kind of twice a week. Again, it wouldn't really matter. It's about getting the right balance between when you put these kind of meals in and you know and the rest of your eating plan, because again, one bad meal, in inverted commas, one bad meal isn't going to hurt you any more than one good meal is going to help you. It takes consistent bad meals over time and consistent good meals over time to actually make a difference to your physique. Just for those people that don't know, incidentally, a cheat meal is what just a kind of informal name that we use for a meal that's not on your eating plan. Yeah, so it could be anything. If you want to have those Pringles while you're watching Star Wars or something, then that's considered a cheat meal. Yeah.